The last 4 years has seen a change of direction in US immigration policy. President Trump made building and strengthening a wall on the Mexican border a key priority, while the family separation policy saw children and infants separated from parents and guardians with whom they had entered the country. And then there was a failed attempt to end DACA, the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals program that gives provisional work permits and protections to those who arrived in the US illegally as children. KARLA VELASQUEZ is a DACA recipient.
They don't see the improvements that these things are bringing into the nation, how much they contribute to the economy, how much we're actually giving to this country.
There is now fresh hope among immigration rights groups that positive change is coming. The Biden administration is promising to implement policies more supportive of immigrants. But some groups are concerned that those moves won't go far enough.
Francisca Lino entered the country illegally from Mexico in 1999. She then married a US citizen and now has 6 children. While in the process of attempting to obtain her legal status, she was arrested and faced being deported. So in 2017, she sought sanctuary in a church. She has been living there ever since.
It was very difficult for me to be here, but mainly for my daughters. Since then, they have had issues with depression.
It's a similar story for the Garcia family. Cecilia Garcia is an American citizen, but her partner of 15 years, Hugo Velasco, an undocumented migrant, was sent back to Mexico in 2012 after he was picked up during a traffic stop.
He was processed for deportation, and I became a single parent overnight.
Garcia says the strain on the family has been immense.
I had one daughter a few years ago who contemplated suicide. She was hospitalized. It's very difficult, and financially, mentally, physically.
Sarah Walker is the national coordinator for the American Right to Family campaign. She says an estimated 2 million families have been separated through deportations. In all, there are some 12 million undocumented immigrants in the US. Walker says all of them should be allowed a work visa.
What our bill does is it basically takes the DACA program, turns it into law, and applies it to all 12 million people living in the shadows, regardless of their age, and allows 2 million people who have been deported already to apply for that temporary residency and return home.
Walker says the Right to Family Act would provide important protections ahead of the key goal of providing a pathway to citizenship.
We will fight for that until we get it. That's what we all deserve, and we will not stop until we get that. But we need a federal law that will stop that human rights suffering now.
Whether the Biden administration will go that far remains to be seen, but for many Chicago families, there are high expectations.
I believe with this new administration, there's hope.
Joe Biden is promising to introduce an immigration bill immediately after taking office. Reversing the Trump administration's policies was one of Biden's key election promises. But what that policy entails and who will be protected is for now unclear. Dan Williams, CGTN, Chicago.